Hi guys, today I am going to be doing V-stitch granny squares. I'm whipping up a baby blanket and this is really fast. It's not a yarn eater. It's consistent on both sides. This one right here is 4.5 inches and it is 4 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds from the center. And yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna stitch it together with pink or put another color in. Yep. So anyways, let's get started. And for the granny square, I am using a H hook, but I've been doing this lately. I've been dropping down a few hook sizes when I do my chain to make my circle, because then I don't feel like I'm getting halfway in the stitch. Now you can totally use your same hook, but I'm dropping down to a D just to do the initial chain. I chain 5. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go back in your first chain and pull it together. So see, now my circle, I can actually see where it is. And I also go right back into it and pull that up and take the tail in there and chain 1, 2, and 3. Now what I do is pull that all the way up so that the tail pops out. Now I have an automatic stitch marker, so I know where to put my connecting stitch. No guessing there. So now in that hole, we're gonna do double crochet. So that chain 3 was the first double crochet. And then we're gonna chain 3 for the corner. Do 2 more double crochets. So there's 1 and 2, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, 2 more double crochets, chain 3, and 2 more double crochets. So similar to a granny square, but just 1 less double crochet all the way around. We're gonna chain 3, 1, 2, 3, go where our stitch marker is, and that's pretty tight too, obviously, because it's a smaller hook, but that's okay. Sometimes it takes longer than others. There we go. Okay. And I'm gonna pull that nice and tight. And actually, if you want, if it's long enough, you can cut it here because you're already weaved in 3 stitches, but I'm gonna pull it up again. So I'm gonna go in, because this is my V-stitch, so now, from now on, we're gonna be working inside the V-stitch. And I'm gonna chain 1, 2, and 3, and now for sure you want to cut it off, so I will cut it, give it a little tug so it's nice and snug in there. Okay, so now we're on the second round. I'll cut it more here in a minute. Chain, no, don't chain. All right, so we did our first V-stitch. Now this is how we make it grow. We do 2 V-stitches in every corner. So there's 1 V-stitch, chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and another V-stitch. So every corner gets a V-stitch and a chain 3. And then you're gonna go in between the posts and do 2 double crochets. And we're at a corner again. 2 double crochets. Chain 3, 2 double crochets. In between the posts, 2 double crochets. And a corner again. And you can literally just keep doing this stitch and make one great big blanket that will be beautiful as well. Something I'm gonna make a big one, a big square. So I'm gonna put like 4 squares together, and then I'm also gonna make a big one, and just one solid, and see if I like that going every other versus all the squares. I like playing with my stuff before I put it together. So I just kind of, my projects always grow as I go along. I never start out with an exact, well, I shouldn't say never say never, right? I don't start out with an exact each time. I just get started and then I go. Have you ever heard of anybody saying the yarn speaks to you? That's kind of how I feel sometimes on certain projects. All right, so there's our center. I'm gonna go 1 above where I chopped that and pull through, and then we're gonna go inside the V-stitch. So don't chain up right away, because then it shows a lot more, your chain does, where this is the first part of your V-stitch. And there's a chain 3 back into the V-stitch with a double crochet. So not here, always go in your V-stitches with 2 double crochet, and then back at the corner again. Two and 3, 2 double crochets, in between the V-stitch with 2 double crochets. So yep, a really nice and fast, consistent, pretty pattern, whether it be one big blanket or little squares. I like the size of this square too, and this would be my 3rd round, and those would make cute. Something that would be really cute is like the gingham with the little, I like little gingham. 3. And then just continue on however big you want. Just remember, it grows with a V-stitch, chain 3, a V-stitch, or 2 double crochets, chain 3, 2 double crochets. And you're gonna end up with this. Again, I was using an H hook, and this is just pink red heart super saver, or I love this yarn, I can't remember which. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave in the comments. Otherwise, happy crocheting, guys.